Your person is experiencing an overwhelming craving for communication with you, feeling a deep and almost desperate need to connect. They long to share their goals, happiness, and sadness, as if the weight of these emotions has become too much to bear alone. The isolation they feel is suffocating, and it's becoming increasingly clear to them that your absence has left a significant void in their life. The realization of your true worth has dawned on them, and with it comes an intense feeling of guilt. They are consumed by the knowledge that they are responsible for messing things up between you, and this guilt has begun to weigh heavily on their heart. This guilt isn't just a fleeting emotion but something that lingers, influencing their thoughts and actions. They find themselves feeling deeply codependent, almost as if they cannot function properly without your presence. This craving for you is not just physical but emotional, a profound need that goes beyond the surface. They know that focusing on themselves is what they should be doing, working on their own growth, their own happiness, but this has proven to be an incredibly difficult task. The longing they feel for you is so intense that it overshadows everything else, making it nearly impossible for them to concentrate on self-improvement or self-care. They miss you terribly, and this absence of yours in their life has created a deep chasm that they don't know how to fill. In this challenging time, your person is also grappling with a series of lessons about self-worth. These lessons are hard-earned, coming after what feels like an endless series of karmic cycles. They are beginning to understand that in order to pursue their true passions, they need to accumulate the right kind of energy, a positive, self-affirming energy that comes from within, rather than relying on external sources like your affection or validation. However, this process of accumulation is slow and arduous. The journey they are on is no longer something they can ignore. It's as if all the choices they've made, all the paths they've taken, have finally caught up with them. They are now face to face with their destiny, and there's no place to hide. What makes this even more troubling for them is the fear that someone else might come into your life. The thought of new love finding you fills them with a sense of panic and urgency. This fear has made them realize that this journey they are on is not something to be taken lightly. It's far from a joke, and the stakes have never felt higher. The regrets they carry are immense, weighing them down like an anchor. They can't stop thinking about how you've moved forward with your life, possibly leaving them behind. This thought haunts them day and night, making them fixate on your every move. Where are you? What are you doing? These questions torment them, driving them to a point where they feel they are ready to do anything, absolutely anything, to get back to you. Your influence on them has been profound. You are the only one who has ever sparked this kind of soul growth in them, and this realization makes them feel a deep, abiding love for you. It's a love that goes beyond mere attraction or affection. It's a love rooted in the understanding that you have changed them in ways they never thought possible. This change, however, has not come without its challenges. They are shocked, utterly stunned, by how you've managed to pull back your energy. They never imagined that you could step away so completely, so decisively. This withdrawal has made them realize that you have outgrown their immature ways, and this awareness is like a cold splash of water to their face. They now see that you are no longer willing to tolerate the behaviors or attitudes that once defined your relationship. This new understanding has brought about a significant change in the dynamic between you two. Your person is left reflecting on the impact you've had on their life, realizing that you have become a catalyst for their growth. They see now that your absence has forced them to confront parts of themselves that they had long ignored or suppressed. They are beginning to understand that if they ever want to be worthy of you again, they must undergo a profound transformation, one that goes beyond superficial changes and touches the very core of who they are. This journey, they now realize, is not just about getting back to you, but about becoming the kind of person who deserves the love and connection that you once shared. As they stand at this crossroads, torn between their guilt, their longing, and their desire for personal growth, they are beginning to see the path ahead more clearly. It's a path that will require them to confront their fears, overcome their regrets, and, most importantly, learn to love themselves. Only then can they hope to rekindle the connection that has meant so much to them. I find myself at a point where I am truly opening up to you, allowing myself to trust you completely. This trust isn't something that happened overnight, it's been building slowly, shaped by the growing understanding I have of you and the unique connection we share. This connection is unlike anything I've experienced before, it's delicate yet strong, and the more I reflect on it, the more I realize just how precious it is. I'm beginning to see the bigger picture, and everything I'm becoming is part of a larger process that's pulling me closer to you. It's as though all the pieces of my life are finally coming together, aligning in a way that's preparing me to be with you fully. This realization fills me with an overwhelming sense of joy and peace. There's a comfort in knowing that I have something to look forward to, something so meaningful that it gives my life new purpose. For the first time in a long while, I feel like I have a clear target, a vision that drives me forward. It's more than just a goal, it's a reason to celebrate life itself. When I think about you and the potential of us being together, I feel this incredible lightness in my spirit, a lightness that spreads through my heart and fills me with happiness. The thought of you brings a smile to my face, and I can't help but feel a deep sense of contentment. But this time, things are different. This time, I'm not just hoping or wishing for things to work out, I'm actively preparing myself for you. I want to become the kind of person you can trust without reservation, someone you can open your heart to without fear or doubt. I know that trust is fragile, especially when it's been broken before, and I don't want you to ever have to worry about whether things will turn out the same way they did in the past. I want to be the person who stands by your side, reassuring you that this time, it will be different, that this time, it will be better. However, as much as I'm committed to this, there are moments when I worry. I worry about whether all the work I'm putting in now will truly lead to the outcome I desire. What if, despite all my efforts, things don't turn out the way I hope? What if everything I'm doing ends up being in vain? These thoughts weigh heavily on my mind at times because the last thing I want to do is waste your time or energy. You deserve the best, and I'm determined to be that for you, but the fear of failing you is something I can't completely shake off. I can't help but crave our union with a deep intensity. It's something I think about constantly, longing for the day when we can finally be together without any obstacles in our way. I miss you in ways that words can barely express, and my love for you runs so deep that it's become a part of who I am. This love isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a commitment, a promise to care for you in every way possible. And because I care about you so much, I'm deeply conscious of how my actions might impact you. I don't want anything I do to cause you pain, especially not unintentionally. You've already suffered so much because of me in the past, and that's something that haunts me. The thought of you enduring any more pain because of me is unbearable. I've seen the hurt I've caused, and it's something I never want to repeat. My deepest desire now is to give you all the happiness you deserve. I want to be the person who adds joy to your life, who supports you through thick and thin, and who makes you feel cherished every single day. The love I have for you isn't about grand gestures or superficial declarations, it's about the everyday moments, the quiet reassurances, and the unwavering support that I want to offer you. As I prepare myself for this next chapter of our lives, I want you to know that my intentions are pure and my commitment to you is unwavering. I'm working on myself every day, striving to become the person you need and deserve. I'm learning from my past mistakes, and I'm determined not to let fear or doubt hold me back from giving you the love and happiness you're entitled to. My love for you is strong, and it's only growing stronger as I continue this journey. I can't wait for the day when we can finally be together, free from the shadows of the past, and ready to embrace a future filled with love, trust, and endless possibilities. Your partner finds themselves in a situation they've never quite experienced before, one where they are breaking their own rules they once thought were non-negotiable. These rules, which have guided them through relationships and encounters, now seem to bend, if not completely dissolve, whenever you're involved. They've always been a person of principles, sticking firmly to their boundaries. Yet, when it comes to you, they are compelled to act in ways they never imagined. You have become the exception, the one person for whom they willingly stray from the standards they've set for themselves. This realization is both exhilarating and perplexing for them. There's a deep and growing fascination that they have for you, a pull that they can't quite explain or resist. It's as if you're a magnet, drawing them closer despite any attempts they might make to maintain their usual distance. You may not fully grasp the extent of their feelings, how intensely they are drawn to you, and how much they yearn to be near you. To the outside world, they may seem composed and in control, but within, there's a storm of emotions swirling around you. You've managed to surpass the boundaries they've carefully erected, boundaries that have kept others at arm's length. With you, those barriers are breached with surprising ease, and they find themselves moving toward you, almost as if guided by an invisible force. This invisible force could be the messages they're receiving, subtle signs, gut feelings, or even dreams that all point in one direction, toward you. These messages aren't just whispers, they're more like a chorus, a constant reminder of the connection between you. It's not just any connection, it's one charged with an undeniable sensual energy. This energy is palpable, and it drives their desire to be near you, to engage with you in a way that's both gentle and passionate. The passion they feel isn't just a fleeting attraction, it's something deeper, something that stirs them on a level they might not even fully understand yet. Your partner's passion is powerful, but it is tempered by a sense of tenderness. They don't want to rush in recklessly, instead, they want to approach you with care, to create a bond that is meaningful and enduring. They are thinking about the future, about building something solid and lasting with you. There's a strong desire to create a foundation, to establish a sense of stability in your relationship. They aren't looking for something temporary or superficial. They feel, perhaps instinctively or intuitively, that being with you would bring them a kind of happiness and contentment that is rare in this world. It's like they see the potential for something truly special with you, something that could bring a sense of heavenly bliss here on earth. However, this idealized vision of bliss is complicated by the reality of your situation. There's a significant obstacle that stands in the way of them fully acting on their desires, the physical distance between you. This distance isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a source of real anguish for your partner. They're torn between their intense longing to be near you and the frustration of being unable to bridge the gap that separates you. This isn't just about missing your presence, it's about a deep-seated need to connect with you on every level, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. The mental anguish they experience is a constant struggle. They find themselves caught in a tug-of-war between their desires and the limitations imposed by your current circumstances. They want nothing more than to reach out, to touch you, to close the distance that keeps them from being with you fully. There's a part of them that longs to make their mark, to establish a claim on you that says you belong to them, and them alone. This isn't about possessiveness in a negative sense, but rather a deep yearning to solidify your connection, to make it clear that you are as committed to them as they are to you. The frustration they feel is palpable. Every moment of separation is like a reminder of what they can't have, at least not right now. It's a source of deep internal conflict, where their heart and mind are constantly at odds. They dream of a time when the distance between you will no longer matter, when they can act on their feelings without restraint. Until then, they must navigate the complex emotions that come with loving someone from afar, hoping that the connection you share will be strong enough to withstand the challenges that lie ahead. Your partner's feelings for you are a mix of passion, tenderness, frustration, and longing. They are in uncharted territory, breaking their own rules, and venturing into the unknown, all because of you. And while the journey may be difficult, they are willing to face it, because the possibility of being with you, of experiencing that heavenly bliss on earth, makes it all worth it.